Okay, Chris, I just got off the phone with you. I'm going to start over here at that side door. I just walked in. There's the neighborhood. You can see down to the marina. There's the gate. Okay, here's the door. I walk in. Laundry is right here, and you can see this is why they didn't do a picture of the laundry. Okay. But it immediately breaks into the hardwood floors. And yes, the hardwood floors probably could stand to be worked on. I don't think they're unfortunate. They're not in perfect condition. There's your pantry. It's a good pantry, by the way. Um, Here's that full bath. It's a little bit of an awkward full bath with that shower, but nonetheless, it is a shower, which, if you're out working in the yard or something, not a bad idea to come in. Um, Remind me, I will come back to this. That's the door down to the garage, okay? And then that, of course, bleeds over into the house, okay? So here's the green room with the stairs. And you can see they kind of have it set up as a staging office setting. Not really very much going on here. As you said, it is good light in this room and throughout the house. From this window, you can see the driveway, obviously that retaining wall. And let's see here. If you look out, you can see the marsh is the water is about half marsh, half water at that point. And if you look out at the top there, see that little strip? That over that water over there is the lake. And you will see traffic occasionally go across that road. There's a road over there. And that is actually what's called our dam. That is the dam for the lake. And I think once in 20 years, we've had so much rain that water actually flowed over there into the bay there or out into the river. It was a hurricane type event. So let's see, you can see that part of the yard. And I'm going to save the upstairs. I'm going to complete the downstairs first. All right, kitchen. So this part was well photographed, as you mentioned, but I do want you to have the advantage of looking out the windows. So here we are in our dining portion of the kitchen. All right. So that's a little bit of an awkward view with that stuff down there, but it's unavoidable. I have started to pay attention to the windows. While those look okay, there's a couple that I caught my eye as probably needing some attention. There's that sort of awkward set of French doors, which would really do well with some type of extension or deck or landing. So right there, I'm not saying it's a major deal, but you can see there's something going on right there. Beautiful, beautiful view, or I should say big, bright view. And then of course the deck right there. So back into the kitchen. A little bit of an unusual layout in the kitchen, not unfortunate, but I would say just a little bit unusual with the layout of the sink and the refrigerator and the stove. You saw this. Let me again show you these windows here, what you see when you look out. Again, very nice, quiet. You can see some water there. Also, I'm going to point out that when these leaves pop in about 3, maybe 15 or 20 days, it's going to be totally different. Your view's going to change quite a bit. All right, looking back through. Trying to give you a sample of the floors here. Again, they're not terrible at all, but I would say at least a deep cleaning. I don't think they need to be totally sanded, but it's getting to be close, right? Getting to be close. Put it in the closet. All right. Okay. Nice sitting room here, looking towards the front of the front towards the street. I always am a sucker for a curved brick path. You've got a frosted window there. And let's see, I'm just looking at the sills. I thought I had noticed a rotted sill somewhere. Yeah, if you look down there, right along that line, that's damage. Not saying it can't be repaired, but those types of repairs generally don't last terribly too long. That one looks okay. The starts of a frosting on that window. So I would expect to have window maintenance throughout the house. Probably not in every single window, but okay, second floor of the house. I'm going to start over here. Again, checking out the window. That one's got a little bit of suspect in the corners, nothing dramatic. More frosted window there. And if you're not familiar with that, I don't know what kind of windows you guys have, but there's a seal, the multi-pane window, and there's a seal keeping some sort of gas inside, and that creates your thermal barrier. And there's a friend of mine walking her dog. I wish I could make fun of her right now. Just freak her out. She wouldn't know to expect me. But there's another. So gas has gotten in there, caused condensation. Not the end of the world. Certainly creates a little bit of a visual impairment, but it also, you lose your R value. So you don't have the insular value, the insulation value. Still some, but not what it should be. Floors are dirty. Really could use a good cleaning. Get some light in this bathroom here. Kids' bath. Again, looking out the window. You can see there through the trees, somebody's got a little dock out to the water. It's not a bad bath. I mean, if you're like purple. Here's your master. Okay, and I can see now exactly where those stairs go. So the stairs pop right on down to that room. That's the missing link there. Big closet. Really big closet. Wow. Huge closet. Almost, let's just call it oversized. Okay. That's the big mystery solved there, or one of the mysteries. And then this is a very interesting bathroom. Another commode, and then a shower. I guess you walk around, which I will do. Looks like a pretty decent shower. I'd hate to have to retile it though. Look at all that fancy glasswork. So let's check out the view. Again, kind of unusual French doors. I guess theoretically you could walk on that. I don't know that I would advise it, especially without the railings. I'm tempted to walk out there, but I'm going to resist my temptation to do that. Leave that for a home inspector if we ever get to that stage. I think that gives you a really good idea. I think we are pretty much at low tide. You know, yes, there's probably a lower tide out there than that, but just to let you see. And then I'll try to, with these chairs, I imagine they do spend a good amount of time there. Looking out those windows, there's more frosted. Yeah, so off the top of my hand, I've seen about 6 frosted windows. I mean, it's easy to say, hey, you're going to have to replace all the windows. It would not be immediate. There's a little towel closet. But certainly eventual you would have to. This is the other bedroom. Kid's bed. Wow, 4 windows. What a bright room. Certainly a little bit more crack. I don't know if you can see that crack down there. That one looks good. Back to the front of the house. Even the listing agent did admit, now I'm headed to the 3rd floor, that it needed some work. So here we are on the 3rd floor. Got some eave storage here, okay? You can see, let's see if I can find a light switch for you. A lot of times these will have a light in here, but I don't see it. Just a place to put Christmas boxes and that sort of thing. This is a good chance to get a look at the roof, which actually doesn't look bad. Of course, I'm not a roofer. But I would say the roof is probably newer than the windows. Let me just leave it at that. There's the rest of that room. Very big space. Okay, there's your air handler. Looks like it is a gas unit. That's what that vent pipe is for. That's your gas line. So I guess this is a forced hot air system. Very common, cost-effective, efficient way to heat your house in the winter. And if I recall, I saw 2 air conditioners, so that's a dual-zoned air conditioner. Probably what you have on the 1st floor is a heat pump. That's a Monster dehumidifier. So that tells me they needed a dehumidifier. It might be an air conditioner. Let me see. Frigidaire. Maybe it was an air conditioner. That's probably what it was. I suspect it was an air conditioner, probably because this floor doesn't cool very well. That's probably exactly what that is, because they only have a 2-zone system. Okay, let me hit the garage, then I will hop home and upload this bad boy into YouTube. I mean, I gotta say, from what I'm seeing, you're talking cosmetics, so, you know, get the floors cleaned. I don't know if I would refinish them. Whatever carpet's there, you're gonna wanna yank. You probably are going to have 10,000 in your windows, from what I can see. Those units outside, the heat and air, they look like they were in good shape, or newer. I shouldn't say in good shape, because I really don't know, to be honest with you. Other than the clutter down here, everything is looking and smelling very dry. And I forgot, I told you I would walk around the outside. Okay, pull this door shut. So, again, I'm out the front of the yard. Siding is vinyl, pretty good shape. The gutters look like they're in decent shape. He's done some trim painting. Looks like there could be a little bit more. Got a drainage system here for this retention wall. Nothing standing out too badly. There's a crack there. There's some cracks going down the steps. Nothing huge, but you can see that there's one there too. So, and there's another one there. You know, so over time that could pose a problem. It looks like they've done, see that step down, whoops, here. They've done some repair work, or somebody did some repair work. Got some more cracking there. Yeah, I mean, that could be an issue at some point down the road, having to repair that. There's your drain line. We have had a god-awful amount of rain this winter. So, I mean, and I'm sorry, I don't have the key. That would go into the garage, obviously, where I just was. I don't have the key here. So here's the 2 units. They look like they're somewhat new. Actually, I take that back, 2008. So you're looking at a 13-year-old unit. So certainly no spring puppy. No spring puppy at all. Sometimes they'll run 20 years, but most people would say, you know, 10 to 12 years on those things. Here's your breaker panel. I will point out that it's almost full. A lot of times they'll say whether it's full or has expandability. Right now you have one place to expand. I don't see a year on that. I was trying to get you a year, which I don't see. It could be 2014. If that's the case, 2014 for a gas unit is pretty good. I mean, they'll run 15 years, I think. Here's another air handler of some type. And looks like they had a central vac system, which I didn't see any sign of that in the house. Again, more of the view. Some utilities. There's your power. There's your gas. I don't see any signs of concern here. The gas line for your gas logs. The deck probably needs to be repainted, stained. I see that they've done some work on these doors. They all look like they've been well attended to. Minor stuff, some lattice, braking. The deck seems pretty solid. Look at all those windows. Goodness gracious. Lots of vents. That's good. You want to keep it nice and dry underneath. So you can see from the outside, that's, if I put my finger, I would go right in there. Again, if I put my finger, it would go right in there. So let me get up here on the porch. So I take it back. This is not vinyl at all. This is wood or hardy plank. I need to read the listing and see exactly what type of siding it is. I don't think it's hardy plank. I think it's clapboard. And that needs to be maintained pretty well. It'll go on you if you're not careful. But it looks to be in good shape, to be honest with you. Again, this is covered, so that's probably why. You can see they're doing some reno across the street. There's some new construction on the river there, stuff like that. And I am back right here at the beginning. All right, I'm gonna run home, and it's got a 20-minute video to send to you. I'll get a link out to you soon.